Ohio gozaimasu! I'm Crazed.
I'm Witchy.
I'm Miki.
And welcome to
We
B.
Simpin.
Dai Yonjuwa.
That is episode 40.
The big 4-0. But it's a special one because we are celebrating our anniversary on the podcast. We're 1 year old now.
Yeah, the podcast anniversary.
Yeah.
Not any of many other kinds of anniversaries there can be. The anniversary of the podcast.
We haven't done this yet, but we should do. I thought it would be nice if we talked about our top 10 anime of all time.
Also, important to mention that we're listing it from 10th to 1st.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
like, the lowest in the list
Yeah.
to the highest.
I want to get to the top. We'll talk about the top. Let's start at the bottom, 10 to 1. Witchley, you want to go first?
Oh,
What is your number 10? And of course, if we have duplicates, like if we both have the same thing, let's all just talk about it all at once. And obviously, we can chime in if it's not even on our list and talk about it either or. So,
Sweet.
but Witchley, what is your number 10?
At my number 10 is Steins Gate.
Good.
Do-do-do.
Yeah, exactly.
Why is it? Why is it at 10?
Oh, because I'm not the biggest fan of science fiction and whatnot. Well, a lot of it tends to go over my head. But I watched this particular anime a long time ago now. When I was getting those loot anime boxes.
Mm-hmm.
That was gonna be on there. So I was like, gotta check out this anime. So it was one of the few that I could actually watch on Hulu at the time. And oh my gosh, I felt like it did a really good job at explaining things. Cause, like I said, I'm not the biggest into science fiction, so a bunch of the time travel and time stuff goes over my head in a lot of different shows and movies. So I don't tend to really care for those very much. But I watched this one. And I'm all like, wow! I mean, they did it in a way that it made sense to me, how it was working and whatnot. And I was like, this is insane. Plus, I like the Jonanas. I love the characters. Mayuri.
I understand having problems keeping up with some of that stuff. My worst issue is Game of Thrones, all the different houses and people. Basically, when there's too many characters and there's all these names. And it's wait, who was that? And now they're doing what? And I just can't keep up with it.
Yeah, sometimes it's
I don't
too
know
big.
who's who, or who I should be rooting for, or who's good or bad. Too much stuff is happening. Political, weird machinations. I've got no idea.
Yeah.
That's when I really fall apart with trying to understand shit.
See, that makes total sense, because it's hard to keep track of all those things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's really hard with this one to pull off how you do time travel. As it states in the show, it's all about time travel, and I'm a sucker for time travel.
Food.
And microwaving food.
Oh, it's all about time travel and microwaving food.
I'm a sucker for time travel just because I really like the concept of it. There's a lot of shows that don't do it right, and it's annoying at times. As you've heard in the past year, I've griped about time travel stuff in the past on certain shows that should make sense but doesn't. And I'm a huge Doctor Who fan, though that is an entirely different kind of worm of time travel, so I won't get into that either. But Steins Gate does a really good job of building up the tension, and it's very if I recall, and I only watched this twice, and I think with only you, Witchley, because you showed this to me, but it's a very slow start, but it builds over time, where it all all the pieces come together at the very end of the show. It's a big payoff for that. You just see things that don't make sense at the beginning, and then they just start to click into place.
Yeah,
and that's such a brilliant way to do it.
If I had been making my top 10 anime based off of quality, those animes that I can see a really big quality in, I would have put Steins Gate on there. But I made my list based off of entirely what I just found entertaining. It just doesn't have to be any kind of reason. I just like watching it.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, I based my list off of what I've rewatched many times and will likely rewatch many times in the future.
Fair enough.
So yeah, Steins
yeah,
Gate, number 10 for
no,
me.
it's a really good list. And can you believe that starts from like a visual novel?
Yeah,
It's,
I think
which
it's really cool.
I think I bought for you and you haven't.
Yeah,
played that
because
yet.
I gotta get around to playing
And
that.
then they also made like a Zero, but it's like a different kind of world.
Yeah,
They made so many spin-offs to this thing, but I'm like, I only just stick to the main, which is
Of
fun.
Steins Gate?
Yeah, they made like a Steins Gate
Yeah,
Zero,
yeah.
which is like an anime, also visual novel, which takes place like an entirely different timeline.
Well,
Again,
I'm
like
actually pretty sure the Steins Gate started as a visual novel before it was an anime.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah,
Oh, okay. I was paying attention.
started as a visual novel, and then what I think it's 2011 when that came out. So this is a 15-year-old anime now. Still holds up really well.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, my number 10 is My Hero Academia. This is more personal to me, just because it's in the height of the superhero genre at the time too. You know, like we still had Marvel being at their very high before 2019 of the Endgame, and I just was so into this show early on, and I really love a world. I love a world building anime like this, and the fact that there's this, you know, a world of quirks, aka superpowers, that everyone like somebody inherits when they're born, and there's like a small percentage of people who don't get that anymore, and that percentage gets smaller over time because of, you know, just the mixing of genes and stuff, you know, and generations keep evolving and stuff like that. I just find that so fascinating. That alone is a cool concept.
Agreed.
But the fact that, you know, you start with this character that, you know, is quirkless, as I said, and becomes a hero at the end. It's such a brilliant message to the entire series, and then you get to meet so many characters, heroes and villains that have their own emotional baggage, apart from this whole series, and it's very personal to me, and it definitely solidifies a top 10 for me personally, because this is me and Witchley's kind of our first anime watching it together as a whole.
Oh.
Like, we've watched the whole series up to this point. We talked all about it in the fall of last year. They finally wrapped it up, and it's now officially done as of this week with the last episode. And
Nice.
it just feels full circle with me and Witchley, at least in my eyes. Witchley, you can speak.
Very cute.
That we've watched this since the beginning. We've watched every movie, all 4 movies. Half of them we've seen in theaters together. I mean, it's just like we got to experience this whole show together, and to see it at the end, like just sitting down and watching those last, like the epilogue and everything and the final fight. I cried. I was so emotional. I'm like getting there right now just thinking about it, because it's so emotional that I got to like watch this with my wife, who at the time was my girlfriend, and now, you know, over that time we became fiance, and then now we're married, and it's just, now it's done, and it's just means a lot to me. Apart from the story, it's something that's between me and Witchley that I will cherish.
This anime holds a very special place in my heart as well, for the same reason.
Your husband is a sap.
He is, and I love it.
My number 10 is Ascendance of a Bookworm, which we've talked about recently. And I haven't seen newer stuff of it yet or anything, but I loved the first season. I just think it was so, like, refreshing as far as an isekai goes, because she just did so much good. And of course, I love it when it's a female lead, and especially when they are not sexualized. My god. She's so competent, she's not sexualized, and it's a world of magic, and it's just so cool. I just think it's just so very, very well done. And it's a very, like, calm show with a very competent female lead and an interesting world, and yeah, it's kind of cozy. It's honestly kind of a cozy anime.
I agree wholeheartedly. That is a cozy anime. I do love it for all those same reasons as well. That's a good choice.
All right, on to number 9. Witchley, what you got?
I've got Black Butler.
I thought this would be higher.
It was.
That's surprising.
It used to be. This is the show that brought back my love for anime. It got me back into anime after many years off of anime. So yeah, this is the show that started my love for this form of media. Like in my adult life.
Yeah, you introduced me to Black Butler, and I love it. I love the concept of this pretty little rich boy wanting revenge on his family getting massacred, and he makes a deal with the devil, a literal devil, and I love that this demon devil thing is just like his butler, and it's just waiting for him to eat him when his contract is up from what they agreed to do, which is to kill the people that was behind their murder.
I love, especially in the most recent season, which I'm not going to talk about too much, is that they've actually explored that a wee bit.
I know.
What if happens with their contract if CL no longer wants to pursue that? And boy, I really liked exploring that, and like Sebastian's thoughts on all this stuff. He's hungry. He's ready for a meal.
They do a good they do a good enough job with like, yeah, CL is like a watchdog to the Queen of England, so he has to go do these adventures. He has to go do these mysteries and stuff, and apart from doing that, he finds out little bits and just little bits of crumbs of his past, or what is connected to his past, and what that could lead to later down the road. So it's like we still get the bigger mystery, but also a side mystery like Emerald Witch arc or the public school arc where he had to go infiltrate a school. And I did like the public school one.
That was fun. It definitely brought it back from like the movie they did back in
the Book of Atlantic. We saw that in theaters. I keep forgetting that was 2017.
That was one of the funnest theaters I've ever been in, with all the screaming and squealing.
Especially when they saw like
I love when they're like that. It's like a party.
Yeah, everybody was like, "Oh, Bessie!" Oh my god, it was amazing.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I think I love Book of Murder more. Just like that.
That one's really
with
fun.
Conan Doyle, right?
Arthur Conan Doyle.
Yeah. So like the whole like Sherlock Holmes-esque episode, like basically what is it, like a couple episodes?
Yeah.
It was like it's a short OVA, but I'm like, this is really cool. I love this. Just like a whodunit. I'm a sucker for whodunits, so really like that. Yeah, Black Butler.
Plus, it's also part of a punishment that is inflicted on CL for something that happened in Boca Circus,
which we won't talk about.
We won't talk about.
But Black Butler, good choice. Number 9. I still can't believe that's the lowest one.
Yeah, I am surprised that it's at number 9.
You write down the things and you end up putting them in an order, and you're like, okay, guess that's the order.
Right. That's how I'm feeling today. Watch tomorrow and be like, oh god, I wish I rearranged some of these things. But no, I'm gonna stick with it.
Yep, just stick with it, because depending on what you're feeling, it can change around.
Absolutely.
Anyway, Crazed, your number 9.
My number 9 is Fooly Cooley, or FLCL for other people that would like to
I'm honestly surprised it's that low for you. You always seemed like that was like one of your biggest in.
I figured that would have been.
I mean,
it's
still in your top 10, so
it's in my top. It's in my top 10. It is a lot lower than you would have expected. Obviously, we did a whole episode on Fooly Cooley, all three of us together. You guys can check that out. But I just loved how different this anime was. This was well beyond of what I have expected of an anime when I grew up. This was weird. I mean, just bonkers with everything that was going on in 6 episodes. Just loved the characters. I loved how wacky everything is. I loved all the references to other media. It just felt like a fourth wall break sometimes on some stuff when they were getting a little wacky. But I just love the world, and it got me more into kind of like the Gundam fights and stuff, which is in this show. And I don't want to go too deep into that one because we did a whole episode on that. So
yeah, there is a whole episode on Fooly Cooley.
Yeah, we dissect the whole show. So
that was fun.
The whole show.
Yeah. All right, your number 9, Migi.
My number 9 is 7. Seventh time loop.
Oh, hell
Your number
yeah.
9 is number 7.
It's the 7th time loop. That was the first thing that Witchley ever recommended to me, and it made me so happy. It was so good.
Oh,
So it's got a close connection between me and you now, Witchley.
that's awesome. I love that. I remember recommending it to you shortly after we finally started talking.
Yeah, like we like didn't really know each other yet, or we weren't like really close or anything, and you recommended this anime, and it was amazing. I was so happy, and it was like not like I normally tried to stay with like very typical adventure sci-fi action, probably I guess like the shonen stuff, basically, like kind of avoiding the more typical like girl coded stuff. So I
Yeah.
wouldn't have seen this. And then I was like, wait, this is really good.
Oh yeah, it's better than the typical stuff that you were thinking.
Yeah,
I'm so
it's
good.
so good. Again, another very competent female lead.
Yeah.
Oh, Witchley, this is in your list somewhere. Do you want to
It's
just talk
in
about it now?
my top. It's my number 4 in my top 10.
It's your number 4, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I love this anime because you got this competent woman. I love the idea of the whole time loop thing. And
7 times.
7 times.
If
She
you can believe
lives
it from
5
the
years,
title.
and in this life, she decides I mean, with a little persuasion, she decides, yeah, I'm gonna marry the man who killed me in all my past lives.
I mean, he is hot,
He
so
is hot. Yeah.
I guess so.
Right.
Gotta try everything at least once.
Right. Gotta try it. Yeah, I love it. I love the chemistry between the two characters. Which
I'm always a sucker for the I can fix him trope. If I feel so bad about that because it's horrible, don't do that in real life. Do not.
it
But
doesn't
as a
work in real
romantic
life.
thing, oh my god, it's so good. It's like,
Yeah.
yes, save them with your love.
Right, and save the world.
Yeah, I guess it's just this nice idea that deep down anybody is good,
Right.
Maybe you can bring that out of them, especially if they're hot.
Especially if they're hot and dark.
But a good pick. Number 9 for Migi and number 4
Excellent.
for Witchley. So back to you, Witchley, I guess, to your... you're on 8 now.
Oh, shit. Let's see. Aha! Oron High School Host Club. That is my number 8. It's like a comfort show for me. I'll put it on when I'm sick and I just need something funny just to watch and get me through the worst of how I'm feeling. I'll put it on when I'm doing my hair. I'll put it on during a rainy day. I just love... it's just such an outlandish...
It's comfort. It's a comfort show.
And it's like a sort of outlandish plot, like at least especially early on when I first watched it. I was like, "Whoa, this is crazy!" It's like the girl dressing up as a boy, having to pay off this insane debt for breaking a vase to the host club, a host club in her school. So yeah, I love it. It's fun.
I mean, it was my introduction to the whole reverse harem anime trope. I'm like, yes, finally.
Eat it up.
Somebody feels seen. And then I often think this is one that they could remake or reboot. Because they didn't finish it, right?
They just totally reboot.
They just did 25 episodes and that was it for like in early 2000.
I think it covers at least half of the story.
Half?
Yeah.
So they could have just done 25 more episodes and they would have been good?
Yeah, I believe.
That's crazy. It's that short?
It is a shorter manga series, if I recall.
That's crazy.
Now, don't quote me on this. I think there's only like 120 volumes.
Did you say volumes? Did you say 120 volumes, or did
I'm thinking?
Or do you mean chapters?
Well, I think I meant chapters.
Because volumes.
I think no.
That's almost as much as One Piece.
Yeah, no, it's not volumes. It's chapters. I think it's around that, and I think they covered about 80 or something like that, or
that
60
is
to 80.
I'm
I
looking
don't
it
know.
up.
Look
real
it up.
quick. How
Check
many
my
chapters?
facts.
There are 83 main chapters, which are collected into 18 volumes. In addition to the 83 chapters, they made extra chapters and an epilogue.
Oh,
Okay.
see?
So
Not too
it's
far
actually
off.
really short. Okay.
See? Yeah.
Wow.
They could have finished it, but they didn't.
That's a shame.
They could
Weird.
totally
Why
redo it.
wouldn't you?
Right?
Why wouldn't you?
I think they caught up to it at the time. And
Yeah,
that's why they
yeah,
didn't.
I can see that. Again, I think this would be a good reboot. Like, I wouldn't say to the same extent of what they did with Fruits Basket, but I often just go back to that because that is a perfect example of them retrying that series and doing 3 seasons in a movie. I don't think you need 3 seasons in a movie for on High School Club for how many chapters that is, but they could do a full-fledged series and just get it done, or 2, maybe 2 seasons, you know.
Yeah.
So good pick.
Thank
I
you.
like that one. I really enjoyed that one. You showed me that one, and I bought it for you on Blu-ray. So
Yeah, and I watched it.
now you watch it all the time. So all right, my number 8 is Attack on Titan.
Oh,
Which you would think would be higher.
Shokugeki no Kyojin.
Yes, the other name for that.
that's my number 6.
We've talked about this all over on our spoiler cast because we just about a month ago did an entire Attack on Titan rewatch, and it's phenomenal.
Mhm.
It's amazing. I loved that whole experience again, and just watching it all with Witchley, and then we did have Donut chime in at the end and watch the finale with us. It was great. It's a great series with a lot of mystery. Again, I love the world building. I love that they shove you into this world of just tragedy and mystery with just these walls, and you have these monsters behind the wall or beyond the wall, and you know, what are they like and what's going on there, and when you see them, they're terrifying. They do a good job making these creatures terrifying, and they're just giant humanoids, you know, with weird faces. But you know,
Yeah, but it's so cool, and you're definitely not Spider-Man while you're fighting them.
You're definitely Spider-Man. Yeah, the tech is so cool, and like, man, I don't want, because we talked about all on the podcast, but like, I just love how the world opens up about halfway through the story and just opens it up in a way that you just didn't see coming. You couldn't have predicted it, really. It's just they give you just enough of a mystery throughout the whole show, and then when they just pop the lid open, it's just you didn't see it coming. I don't know. Did you guys see it coming?
No. I heard about it all before I watched it, so I guess I did.
Okay.
But
if you went in blind, would you have guessed that?
No.
No. Okay. But yeah, it's a brilliant show. It deserves my top 10 as a number 8 pick, and you can hear all our thoughts on it in our previous discussion on the podcast.
Yep.
So.
that one's
And
number
it's a good
6
show.
for me.
Yeah, I didn't know if you guys wanted to chime in on it at all.
Okay.
Well, Witchley has to chime in. It's on her list.
Indeed.
Yes, talk about it.
Yeah, no, I loved the idea of Titans and everything. I remember when that show first came out, and like we talked about on the podcast before, but like it was such a huge thing. Everybody was into it, and man, that was such a fun experience at the time, watching it with pretty much my whole family. Not everybody, because there are some people who think cartoons are just for kids, but.
Yeah, that's another thing that just heightens it even more, is just how popular this thing got, and just out of the anime space past it.
It was something crazy that you could share with a lot of people at a time where it still wasn't common to do that with anime.
Yeah. We talked all about that on the podcast, but it's just,
yeah.
I could just restate it all over again, but it's such a good show.
On to Migi!
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and my number 8 is Made in Abyss.
Yeah.
Which is one of my husband's very favorite animes. He's read the manga and everything as it comes out. It's beautiful art in the manga, especially. It's so detailed. He's able to make things look really soft and intricate and silly and cute, and it's like got so much cuteness to the characters, but then the story is so dark and mysterious. It's number 8 for me, like it's lower in my list because sometimes some of the shit gets a little over my head. It's just like It's trying to be too mystical, spiritual, mystery. And I'm like, I don't really understand what's being said right now. but but the world building is really intricate. The characters are cool and cute, and there's many competent, very awesome ladies, and yeah, it's a great story. Great
That's
story, great
awesome.
art, great world building, lots of monsters.
We love monsters.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Man Abyss, number 8. Witchley, you're number 7.
Okay, my number 7 is Rascal Does Not Dream series.
That is also on my list. It's number 4.
Oh, wow.
So we can just talk about it here.
Nice. I still haven't watched any of it, even though every time you've talked about it, it sounds interesting.
It's the same with us and the Maiden Abyss, so no worries.
Well,
Yeah.
Witchley, I'll let you chime in first, because obviously it's your turn, but also it's on my list and I have things to say. So
I just like the characters. I love getting to learn about characters. I guess I'm a very character-driven person, and this show I think does it really well, where they introduce the characters to you and you see their problems, you learn about their problems, and you learn more about the character through their problems. And you have Rascal.
Oh, Sakuta.
Oh, Sakuta.
You rascal.
You rascal. But yeah, you have Sakuta, the rascal. And he's like, seems to be, he's very special. He's very aware of other people's, like, problems that nobody
Especially
else
the
can notice.
puberty syndrome.
Yeah, it all goes into this whole puberty.
It feels like he's
syndrome.
like the magnet to, like, he
I
just
feel
attracts
like
everybody.
I feel like that is a very, like, poignant thing you said.
I mean, you could look at it as a harem, but it's really not. It's not. It's not.
I
It's a
feel
lot
like-
of girls, but
I
it's
feel
not.
like based on his own like experiences with puberty syndrome, that's why he's a magnet,
Mhm.
sort of, and that's why he's able to help these people get past their puberty syndrome, because nobody else will believe them, and he's been in their shoes.
And you can't talk about Rascal without talking about Mai.
Oh,
Because who is the bunny girl senpai?
yes.
Yeah.
The whole, like, from the cover and the name of the show.
Yeah, can I just say, the name
I
is
was
just...
like, I don't want to watch this.
I chose it because I heard good things, and then you were like, okay,
I judged
fine.
it based on its cover and the title.
Never judge a title or a book by its cover. You should know this already.
That's what covers are for! To judge them!
Well, it just looked like it was going to be completely different from what it actually is. Because you have this sexy girl in a bunny outfit, but that totally makes sense now.
Mhm.
Because she was really trying to get anybody to notice her. She's just, at this point, an invisible girl attempting to do anything to try to get one person to finally see her. So she dresses up in a bunny outfit. How scandalous is that? And nobody sees her. She's
Except...
walking around, and then suddenly, Sakuta, he sees her. I think this is episode 1, isn't it?
This is episode 1, so this is not really spoilers.
No spoilers. But, like, she's walking around a library, and there's, like, people of all ages there. And he's, like, trying to study, and then he suddenly notices this woman walking around in a bunny outfit that nobody else seems to notice. And they lock eyes for a moment, and then she starts looking away, and then she's like, wait a minute, he noticed me! It's so great. It starts off a really interesting little arc for that story.
I really love that this is not... I thought it was all just going to be about her.
Right.
But you soon realize, these are like 4 or 5 episodes of each girl that you're going to just get to, of their problems and what's going on. And their syndrome... Their puberty syndrome is so different. Like, it's a different thing. It could be a Groundhog Day scenario where you're repeating the same day, or a Freaky Friday. It's just
swap bodies.
It's insane that, like, you can just do different things, and then, like, it gets more elaborate after that, because I'm like, oh wow, I just didn't think you could do something like this as a puberty syndrome. So it's very interesting.
Puberty curses.
Yeah.
The anime.
Yeah,
but it's also one of my favorite, like, love stories.
The best love confession in all of anime. I love how Sakuta confesses to Mai, I know that's a spoiler, but they were going to get together.
It happens
First
so early
episode.
on, so-
It's very early. It's like the 4th episode, so you're not missing much. But it's one of the best love confessions I've ever seen in an anime. Where I'm like, this nothing
Aw.
trumps it. Nothing trumps it. And their relationship together is so great. Like the way they vibe off each other. I mean, it just feels like they're already a married couple. You know,
Yeah.
it's just so great.
Aw.
They skipped everything. They're already that married couple. It's so cute.
Yeah, it's
That
great.
is so cute.
It's so entertaining. I could talk. I would love to do a whole series on that, and we're gonna watch the finale, the final movie in October. I can't wait.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah, the wrap, and I gotta say, Cloverworks did an amazing job with this whole series, from its art style and just its themes and everything. Like you said, just everybody having these mental problems, you know, like just that everybody goes through.
Right?
Well, I wouldn't say everybody, but you know,
I mean, I think
so
most people
would go through these things. Not the puberty
Not
stuff,
the
but
puberty syndrome thing, but puberty in general. Everybody goes through
Yeah.
that. Whoever makes it to adulthood.
and
Everybody-
it's not the same for everybody.
exactly.
yeah,
a
it's very
road.
different. So it's you can't relate to anybody else.
So I feel like
It's
this
just like
explores the puberty in that way, in a very
Mhm.
unique way.
So yeah, Rascal, that is your number. Was it 6?
And
And then it's my number 4. 7. It's
Seven.
yours
Your
number
number
7.
7.
And it was my number 4. So we don't have to tread on that when we get there. So my number 7 is Konosuba.
Yeah.
That's so silly.
This is the best slapstick humor. This is like one of my favorite isekais.
What am I
just, just I love the premise. It's a ridiculous premise. It's just like the most dysfunctional D&D group you've ever met, where you have a boy from another world who's kind of just average. You have a goddess who is an alcoholic crybaby who doesn't want to do anything and just wants to be
Who
lazy.
likes smarts?
who lacks smarts, but she's very powerful in the terms of spells and stuff. You also have a I guess mage, wizard, witch girl who can just do one
Crimson
spell only, and then you have a I don't even know what to say. Masochist? Is it a masochist knight?
It's a masochist.
Paladin?
Masochistic.
And they're all females except
Yeah, you're right.
and they're all females, and they're just the most incompetent people. But they're all women. They're all women, with Kazuma, who is the main character of the story, who gets reincarnated here, and it's just them living kind of day to day while also trying to fight the Demon Lord, or at least get to the Demon Lord at some point down the road, and they run into just obstacles and money woes. Like, they're just broke at one point. They're, you know, they can't.
They're broke many times.
They
let's
broke
be
many
honest.
times throughout this series. They get into shenanigans with kingdoms, through the guild, through just shenanigans, really. And it's so funny. Because one of my favorite dubs of all time is this show. Just the way that they do all the work in here. They put in so much work, and like, I feel like a lot of the times they were just free reign to just do whatever. Because you can hear that in Kazuma, just kind of chiming in mid sentences on some other people's sentences, and it's just like, it's really funny. So they had a lot of free reign to just be goofy, and it really works well with the script, especially in this story. So
Also, I really love Konosuba, especially since it feels like such a chaotic D&D session.
It does. You're right. That makes it better. Thinking of it like that makes it even better.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like, it's in my top 20 for sure.
not in the 10.
Not in the
Definitely
10.
top 14. All right, that's my number 7. Migi, your turn.
My number 7, I believe, is on all of our lists,
Ooh.
and that is Frieren.
Oh, so good.
I know it's kind of low, but that's because I generally put things that are more chill a little bit lower, because I based it off of just personal entertainment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like a very relaxed. That's not to say that it's worse or anything. It's just the entertainment.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
I mean,
does that
it's
make
in your top 10, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's still in the top 10 because I love it. It's so cozy and interesting and world building and good characters.
It is number 3 on my list.
Mm.
I do love the coziness. The music is just beautiful in this
Evan
anime.
Call does a beautiful job with this fucking music. Like, I have it on vinyl now
Yeah.
because I just fucking love his music. I gotta get Violet Evergarden at some point.
And what number is it on your list, Chris?
Mine's number 2. Now I don't want to. Obviously, I'm gonna probably take over if I start talking. So I'm gonna let you guys speak.
Before we hand the reins over to you, I love the stories like that's being told. We get to hear about what happened during the heroes' party, and we get these awesome little wholesome stories on their journey that they're undergoing now with Fearon's new crew, Fern and Stark. And I love how much it like just sort of touches your heart. Some of those episodes make us cry. And, yeah, and I this is sort of like off the anime a wee bit, but I love how it inspires people. There was this article last year about this guy on, I think, in China, on the subway, and he stopped this guy who was attacking people with a knife, all because he was inspired by Himmel, the hero from Fearon.
That's so sweet!
Right? I just love how this story brings out good in people, so I really love that. So, Praised, I'm handing this over to you.
No, I agree with everybody that's chimed in thus far about Frieren. It's a beautiful tale. I love the spin on this, where it starts you at the end of the journey, and it goes from there. Like, what's the ever after that? You know, like what's everybody's lives past this huge achievement that is the Demon Lord. They just destroyed they just killed the Demon Lord, and now there is there peace. Obviously,
yeah, right? Yeah, typically that would be the story you'd be watching in the anime. It would be with the heroes and Himmel the hero and them fighting the Demon Lord and shit. But nope, this is after it. Sometimes you get little sneak peeks back into it so you can know something that happened or whatever.
It's kind of like just going into a story that's just been finished. Like, what if we just got dropped into Lord of the Rings at the end? You know, as everyone is just going off and doing their own thing. It's like, what is that
from
like?
The elves' perspective.
Yes, and
they live basically forever. It's so much better at telling a really long-lived race story than a lot of other things where they like try to like, oh, they'd suddenly go insane and they'd be crazy as a vampire person or whatever. You know, it's like maybe, but
they do a brilliant job with like Frieren, who is an elf, being the central, character of this story, as it's in the name. But like her experiencing what humanity is like, close hand with, the party she had before. And then, what's that like after they're gone? Like all of these people that she journeyed with for what 10 years, it was just a blink to her. But that is a huge portion of humanity's life, that you spend 10 years together. It's like they got to know each other and they got to go off on this adventure, and to her it was just a Tuesday. It's sad a little bit with her not understanding that at the very beginning, but then growing to learn that over time in this show. I mean, you see that a lot with the flashbacks. She's learning from Himmel, the hero, and you start to see this tragedy, especially if you keep reading the manga, that you're seeing how much she loved Himmel and how like just time got away from them.
You can really see that in the second season.
Yeah, definitely. Like you just see how much she loved him, and it just, the closer she gets to Ende, is the closer she gets, she realizes, I love this man. I wish I spent more time with him, and it's so sad. Just time got away from their love.
Yeah.
I could keep going. I'm gonna stop there. It's a brilliant.
We're not even halfway through our lists, okay?
Well, I mean, we've kind of went through some of these, because we're already, we're kind of knocking some off right now since they're already on our list. So
fair enough.
We're good so far. So that was my number 2. That was number 3 for Witchley, and that was number 7 for Migi. So Witchley, back to you for number 6.
Oh well, mine was Attack on Titan,
which we've already talked
about.
So do you want to just skip that and I
say
go?
you go, do your 6.
All right, my number 6 is Code Geass.
Wow, I'm
Which I
surprised that
have
was
not
that high.
seen.
This is a political mech
know of it.
anime. I really this was my second anime. Right after possibly another one on this list that I'll talk about later on. But I just really got into the mech anime genre around the same time as one of my other lists, other anime on this list. I don't want to say just yet, but I was really into that concept, and I didn't think I'd get into this one as much. But the concept, it's not really mech anime. It is, but it's the intrigue is this revenge. It's this political revenge. You're dealing with Lelouch v. Britannia, who has been betrayed by his entire country, with him being pretty much outcast with his daughter, not his daughter, his sister, who is blind, and I think she's also a cripple. Like
she can't walk. Right?
She can't walk. Yeah, she can't walk, and she's blind.
Sucks.
And you'll learn why that happens later on. But like, he just hates his homeland.
It sounds like there wouldn't be a good story behind that.
No, there was a lot of tragedy involved with that. But you get to find that out later on. He obtains this power called Geass, which is like a Death Note, I would say, to an extent. This came out around the same time as Death Note, but he has the power to command anyone at will, only once, with the power of Geass. But he has to be in direct contact with somebody eye to eye. So, and he can only do it once on somebody. So a lot of times he uses that to his advantage as a pawn, in his game. He's commanding people. He can get information out of somebody just by asking them the question, but he can only do it once. So that's the trade-off.
So you better hope that they aren't important later.
Yeah.
Then, I guess. Oh, that's fascinating. I never knew that. I'm much more interested in this now.
Yeah, it's really fascinating. And he gets his power from a woman named C2, and you get to see her past and what she was like and why she's important and why she's able to give power like this to people.
So you're saying you get to see her too?
Yes. And there's just so many characters you get to experience in this. You get to see this camaraderie between Lelouch and Suzaku, who's his best friend, but they're kind of at odds at each other at some point down the road. They butt heads, but they're best friends. And man, I don't want to spoil anything on this show. It's so good. It's an original. It's not even a manga. This is a original work that has spanned multiple spin-offs, which I've not watched because I don't really like how they have handled the franchise after they've ended this series. I mean, they've just spun off into kind of what if scenarios, and I'm not into that. This is the canon.
That's weird.
I don't want any of that. So let's just stick with the main story. But yeah, Code Geass, really good show, and has some really nice mech fights, but it's more of the political stuff that I'm really into that I didn't think I was going to be into at the time, and I was young. This was 2007 or 8 at the time, and I've watched it, here and there again, and I've showed it to Witchley, and it's so fascinating. It's so good. And do you have anything you want to say about it, Witchley?
No.
Okay.
I will say I don't remember much.
Well, then that warrants a rewatch.
It does.
All right, well, that is my number 6. Miki, your number 6.
My number 6, which I believe is at least on one other person's list, is Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Hells yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a really good anime. Now, I'm going to be honest. It's been a very long time since I've watched it, and I've seen both the original and Brotherhood, and they're pretty long, so my memory is not the greatest.
No worries.
But I do remember, very entertained, very good characters, cool monsters, cool fights, cool shit happening, and mysteries. So I remember. Level 6 level of being entertained by this show.
That is beautiful. Level 6.
Level 6.
Well, it's your number 5.
Yes,
Wesley.
it is my number
And
5.
you haven't even finished it yet.
Yeah.
And we just talked about
Are
it at
we
the beginning.
about halfway through, or a little less than half?
You're about a little bit less, maybe about half. So yeah,
Yeah.
we're about halfway through the show.
There's how many episodes?
I think it's like 64 or something.
And we're already
I think we're at
like
30 something.
some odd episodes. So
Yeah.
we're about halfway through it so
Yeah.
far. And oh my gosh. I mean, I remember watching some of the original series when it was first airing over here in the States. But like just watching this, especially the earlier episodes, I'm like, hey, yeah, remembering the stuff from the original series.
Like the Chimera.
Yeah, oh my god, that's scarred me for so long. But then, like, I appreciated that it was only a 1 episode thing in this series. But I love the alchemy in this show. I love how it costs something, and the forbidden alchemy that's so grotesque and scary, and you're like, oh my god, like no wonder this is like like a no. And
it's a taboo.
It's a taboo. Yes. But like I love getting to know these characters. I love that there's humor in this, so it's not like stressful all the time.
Right.
But it's stressful when it needs to be. I think it balances like the moods and like all the moods.
Yeah, that's what makes it seem like kind of real.
Yeah.
You know?
And I think that's what really like makes it high up on this list because of that. Because like stressful shows are good, but there's not a lot of humor. I think this one strikes that line very well. It strikes the balance.
Yes.
Making it enjoyable for more than just a certain audience. So, yeah, there's that. I love getting more into like the history in the show. It has some like World War II vibes. Because Hitler was probably interested in a Philosopher's Stone.
Oh, absolutely.
He totally would have sacrificed a whole country to make one.
100%. He would have.
Yeah.
He probably was interested in it in real life, with it being not real.
Probably. He was even interested in making zombies so he could have soldiers come back and keep fighting. But that's a story for a different day.
Yeah, that's not anime.
Yeah. But yeah, I just see like a lot of like those vibes. I love how this anime also has a very Italian flair. And that is
you can hear the music.
Yeah, right. The, music, the guitar is just beautiful. But like, I have always loved Italian stuff. I painted our house in an Italian theme.
Yes, you have.
But
your favorite visual novel is Italian.
It's Italian. I'm a sucker for the Italian stuff.
Have you seen the anime Hetalia?
No, but it is on my.
Which hat, Italia?
No.
It's just the Japanese word for Italy.
Yeah.
Italia. It's literally just like world history, but told in like 5-minute episodes or something crazy. They're really, really quick.
Oh,
and just all of the countries are just humanized, and then they have little interactions with each other that are kind of meant to tell world history. So it's like,
neat.
Yeah. It's very cute because Italy is represented very cutely.
No, I'm gonna have to check that out.
If it does change, maybe an update next week.
Yeah.
Let us know if it falters. I don't think it will. It's just gonna get better.
Oh, okay.
You're just gonna enjoy this. You're gonna eat this up. It might even go up. I don't know, possibly.
That's gonna be hard to do.
Because you got some good bangers coming up. But that was your number 5. Migi, that was your number 6. I'm just gonna head to 5 since you've already talked about your 5, Wesley.
Just now.
My number 5 is Violet Evergarden.
Good choice.
I've talked a lot about
Praise
this.
likes trauma.
I like trauma, and if you've seen my list, you know it's a lot of trauma. But this is also war related. You know, like you're dealing with this character who was named Violet Evergarden, who is coming back from war and doesn't know what to do after the war has ended. She was basically bred to, fight in a war, and to the point that she lost her hands. Her arms. She lost her arms in the process of this war, and so she gets these kind of similar to Fullmetal Alchemist. She gets these arms that are these metal arms that she can still use and do something with at some point. And she realizes that she could well, I think she's more forced into it at the beginning, but she becomes an auto memory doll, which is essentially a writer who writes letters for people, and so she gets to experience what that's like because all her life she's just known war. She's acted like basically like an automatron person that's just bred for war, and so she just doesn't know what to do with her time, and she gets to kind of learn how to be human again
Oh,
at the same time,
that's so sad.
and this show is a train wreck.
But it's
I think
beautiful.
it's so beautiful because it has such a brilliant message of like her learning what it's like to be human. She gets to learn from all these other people around her and the people that she meets to write letters. I've said it, I've said many episodes of this show has basically destroyed me in terms
Yeah.
of like, oh my God, this is so emotional. I'm crying. The movie did that too. Like there's 2 movies. This is a finished show. You can watch, it's 1 season and 2 movies. That's it. It's a really short, like 13 episodes and maybe an hour long length movies on 2 of those. So it's a very short
Yeah.
series to get through, but you are in for quite a ride. I'm trying to be a little bit less spoily here, but you get
I
to.
appreciate it.
It is quite a ride, and I think everyone should enjoy it, and it deserves my number 5. So,
Oh.
So,
do you
so
want?
the show gives you some PTSD, but then solves it.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
I think it's like watching how other people deal with their PTSD
Mhm.
and watching Violet through her interactions with the people who she writes letters for gets to learn more about herself in the process.
Yeah. Anyway, that is my number 5.
Beautiful choice.
Nice.
Migi, what's your number 5?
My number 5 is Chainsaw Man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I love me Chainsaw Man. It's so quirky and weird and dark and silly and action-packed and monstery mysteryness. It's very similar to Jujutsu Kaisen in some ways, but I just love it. And I like the Chainsaw Man author guy. He's a weird dude. I told you the whole story of him eating his dead fish.
I think about
Very
it all the
strange.
time.
Think about it all the time. Well, and also, I mean, you think of Chainsaw Man and you think of its banging opener. It's like, that is some good music and a lot of, like, film references. And it's just good.
And
love that
the EDs are so great too because they're all specifically different each episode. I appreciate that so freaking much.
Right.
They got 12 different artists to do the outro.
And it usually reflects the episode.
And
you
it
just
reflected
watched.
that is so brilliant because they brought in so many people that I was like, oh, I forgot Vondi was in here, or like because they did the first episode, or Eve down the road. I think they did episode 12. I mean,
Didn't
like,
Queen Bee even
Queen
do
Bee?
this?
I think it was like episode 5 or something.
Yeah,
It was like, oh my god, they brought in such talent for those EDs, and I appreciate it for that. So.
Yeah, it's definitely in my top 20, and I have like the special feeling of like the one and only contest I have ever won in my life happened, or not even a contest, but a raffle, happened to be the Chainsaw Man raffle at our anime store that we frequent. I won 2 figures, 1 Denji and 1 Power, and I won 3 plushies, Pochita, Power, and Denji. And also,
Nice.
I'm all like, oh. So that gave me an extra little soft spot for
Nice.
Chainsaw Man because all my life
Chainsaw
I've never
Man
won
is your
anything.
good luck anime.
Yeah, totally. I've never won anything, and then that was like the only thing I've ever won in my life. So that was pretty cool.
Nice.
It's a great story. I really like the story. It's not in my top 10. Newsflash, if anyone's...
Is it in the top 20?
I don't know. I didn't write a top 20, so I don't know what my 20 would look like. I don't know what my extra
You can
10...
kind of just say, probably.
I'm going to say probably, because they do a brilliant job with the show. The show and the manga. The manga is phenomenal. I love everything they do here. I love a world. Again, it's world building. I love getting placed in this world of just devils that exist, and they're all like certain specific things, like Chainsaw Man or like Chainsaw Devil,
like afraid of, and they're like strengthened by that and stuff.
And you start to get into like the history of what the Chainsaw Man, or I guess the Chainsaw Devil is, and what that's like, and why everybody wants Denji's heart. through the entire show. You'll find that out later on. I don't want to say it now because it's not
because
in the
he's a wonderful human being.
Yeah, that's what it is. I could tell you, but you would kill me.
No.
But yeah, you'll learn soon enough why everyone's out for Chainsaw Man all the time. But man, it's such an interesting world, and it's sad that it's over in the manga form because it's wrapped up. But I kind of would just love more in this universe. He crafted such a brilliant world that I would love to see more in. And it doesn't even necessarily need to be Denji, really. I would just love to see, not even a flashback or a prequel series, like just somebody in the world. And they kind of did that with part 2 of Chainsaw Man. They showed off a new character entirely named Aso that I won't get into, but she is the main character in part 2 of Chainsaw Man. And Chainsaw Man's still in there. He's still in there. Don't worry. But she is the main focal point of part 2, which we are not even close to getting to with the show. So maybe at one point Mappa will adapt that part. But they got to finish up part 1.
Indeed.
So that is your number 5.
That was my number 5.
That was a good
so
choice.
Now we go to number 4.
Okay, my number 4 is Seventh Time Loop, which we've already talked about.
And my number 4 was Rascal, which we've already talked about. And then what was your number 4, Migi?
My number 4 is Meiruko-chan.
Ooh, that was
This
a good
was
one.
one that I found entirely with my husband Mug, and we love horror and ghost shit, and it's so cool because I feel like there isn't really a lot of things that do this whole you have to pretend you don't see them and just act normal despite them being there and being so scary. Like that just is such a good premise just by itself.
That is. I love that.
And yeah, it's got great spooky ghost designs, and like at the beginning they do some of the panty shot stuff, which is stupid, but they get over that really quick and it's great. They're like, no, the viewers actually want the scary ghosts and Meiruko-chan dealing with this. And what happens if she does acknowledge one accidentally? Oh no!
Yeah.
Very scary. It was very scary. I mean, she did one time because she thought it was just like a normal kid with a balloon at a park, and then it turned out it wasn't.
That's
It was
right.
like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that anime too. That is an excellent choice. I love the design of the ghosts too.
Yeah, they're so well designed. I love a good, like, something that just the simple concept of it just makes you go, oh. So...
Yeah, the closest we got after this show was the Summer Hikaru died with their creatures. I was like, oh my god, there's some messed up just monsters in that universe too. That just gave me the same vibes with
yeah, and I will happily
Meiruko-chan.
watch that show.
Okay, when you do, I want to hear all about it.
So, good pick. I like that one.
I actually read some of the manga from it, like
Really?
because we caught up with the anime at one point. And I was like, I want to know more about what's going to happen. So
that's impressive.
That was awesome.
Well, that was your number 4, Meiruko-chan. Number 3 for Witchley is Frieren.
So, which we already talked about.
So my number 3 is Vinland Saga. I do want to point out, this would be higher if they adapted more. This would probably be number 1 if they adapted more. Because the manga's finished. They could do it all if they wanted to, but the Vinland Saga at this point has only adapted 2 big arcs, which was the prequel arc and the farm arc. And man, this show, one of my favorite characters in all of anime is Thorfinn. This is some of the best character development I've ever seen in a character. He goes from this kid who wants to be a Viking, and what is that price? What does it take to be a Viking? And you have a father figure who used to be a Viking, and he's no longer a Viking, and he tells him, you don't need to be a Viking. You don't need to fight. You have this pacifist father now, and it's, man, I don't even want to spoil shit. God damn. I just want to say Thorfinn goes through such heartache, such turmoil. He goes through hell and back to get to a point where his father would be proud of him. And it is quite the journey. That first season is nothing but bloodshed. just action and bloodshed, and it was amazing.
It was so epic.
But it's really season 2 that solidified this on my top 3 as character development. Like you see Thorfinn go through so much from season 1 to now where he's at in his life, and it's and just him getting to that point is just, it's you want to cry for him. You just want to hold him, being like, you made it. You got there. You did it. It took you a long time, but you did it. And it's so sad to see his progression from being so young to what he had to do to survive. It's a tale of revenge. It's a tale of sorrow. And it's like set in Viking times. This is actually like real characters. Like Thorfinn is an actual real character, though his story is very not the same from very different, because I think in actual history books
for anime entertainment purposes.
Yeah, but it is set in a historical timepiece, which is really different from anything else I've watched in anime, is seeing a historical setting like this. And yeah, it's a brilliant story. I know, Witchley, you love the show.
I do. It's in my top 20.
It's in your top 20 somewhere.
Until there's not actually room for these to be in the top 20 anymore.
Do you have anything you want to say about it that I haven't already said?
Yeah, I do love the journey we get there in a way, and it maybe in a more brutal way, and maybe slightly slower burn. It feels sort of like Zuko's, like from Avatar.
Yes.
It feels like his sort of character development going there, because you're on the wrong path, and then getting off that is hard.
Yeah, it is. And how long does it take to get off of that? What do you have to lose?
Right.
To get there?
What do you do when you lose the one thing driving you to live?
Exactly. And what that's like, and Thorfinn going through that it's a journey. it is a journey.
I said it once, I'll say it again. Raised likes trauma.
Yes, he does. But it's definitely something that really gets you thinking, and oh my gosh.
You've cried at the show.
There's this one particular episode that I cry at every time I watch it. I've become a blubbering mess.
Your mom, we showed this to you.
I've had that happen with things. It's like, it. You might even know the line and even say it before they say it or something. But once they say it, you're like,
There is a line like that in the show that Thorfinn says that just brings me to tears, where it's like, he's there. It took him so long to get there, but when he says it, it's like, yes. Like, you want to just weep for him, because it took him, 20 years to get there? It's like,
almost,
Jesus. Because we're going through his life. Yeah. Like, we're going through all of Thorfinn's life at this, throughout the show, obviously. I mean, the manga goes a little bit further than that. Man, I'm hoping at some point they pick up a season 3 for this, because they can finish it all, and I can see probably what would become my number 1. This would become my number 1 if they adapt it all.
Wow.
Because there are some great moments still that no one's seen yet unless you read the manga, that I've cried to. I've cried at pages that I'm reading.
Me some.
I've just seeing it and thinking about it, I'm just tearing up, just like, oh my god, I can't wait till we get here in anime. Like, this would solidify a number 1 for me.
Of dead tattooed wood which you hallucinated over made you cry.
Mm-hmm. It's just that good, and it's why it's on my number 3.
Good number 3.
All right, Migi, you're number 3, which I'm surprised, by the way. I just want to say that up front. I'm surprised at your number 3.
Oh, my number 3 is So I'm a Spider, So What? I'm guessing you thought that was going to be my number 1.
Yes.
Yes.
It's not my number 1 because I think that they shit the bed on the last episodes a little bit.
Oh, so you agree with me? Got it. Finally.
Not because there's mechs, but because of the pacing and everything.
It was
sounds like it's
fast.
the mechs
The pacing
too.
is like what the fuck? It's a little too rushed, and I don't like that they decided to change it from the light novels and have it be so that it's like this back and forward through time throughout the show, and you're like, wait, this happened when?
Yeah,
What?
that was confusing.
Confusion? Yeah, so I don't like the added confusion that was unnecessarily. It was there, and it didn't need to be. And I didn't like the pacing of the last episodes. It felt really rushed and even more confusing and unclear. So I think that they shit the bed a little bit on making it. But the actual story and everything itself is one of my favorite things of all time. Therefore, I put it as 3, because I think they messed it up.
That's understandable.
Anyway, now.
Which,
Yeah.
like,
Okay.
Number 2.
My number 2 favorite is Anne Shirley. I love this anime. It's the remake, obviously. I have not seen the original.
it was just like in the 70s or something.
Yeah.
70s or 60s. That's how old it is.
Right, yeah.
Actually, I'm going to look it up real quick while
And
you keep
it's
talking.
also, the original was done by a lot of the people who just came together to create Studio Ghibli afterwards. So you see a lot of the Ghibli art style.
Mm-hmm.
And they honored that in the new series they did.
79. 79.
That's
Just
awesome.
going to throw that out there.
But
that's crazy.
I love the story. I just started reading Anne of Green Gables today, and I
That's
kid
funny.
you not, if you're not big into reading but you want to know the story, check out the anime, because it is almost exactly the
identical.
Same. The only difference is that you get to learn more about, like, the adult characters.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because some chapters are from their perspectives viewing Anne.
But in the show, you really focus on Anne.
Yeah, because it's her story.
Mm-hmm.
There's like 8 books in this series, but the anime only covers, I think, the first 2 books or 2.5, something like that.
It's still a pretty chunk.
That is a pretty chunk, especially looking how thick this first book is.
That is a thick book. That is a crazy thick book. I really liked the whole story with like being in Canada and everything, and like was it early 1900s, right?
Yeah, it's either late 1800s or early 1900s.
Okay. It was really good, and I have to highlight the dub. The dub for this is fantastic. That they all did like Canadian accents.
Yeah,
I really appreciate that.
Yeah, I love that. I love how this story explores like pretty much everything you're bound to go through in life, with the exception of being an orphan. Not everybody experiences that. But like you have a wonderful home, you try to get to know these people, you become a family, you will have to deal with grief and have to deal with change. But, like, it doesn't mean that you have to lose your imagination.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that.
Wonderful.
Anne is just such a sweet, wonderful character. She can be so frustrating at times, especially when it comes to...
especially her early years.
Yeah. So,
when she was younger.
I thought she was fine. She was just being an ornery kid, but then, like, it's her relationship with Gilbert Blythe that I found...
Gilbert Blythe?
You like to call was like the most frustrating thing in the series, but it is also
kind of gave me some Love Through a Prison vibes a bit with their relationship.
Yeah, but not as rage baiting.
Not as rage baiting. Yeah.
But, yeah, similar vibes, but you know what? Anne is still trying to figure out herself.
I love seeing her grow up.
Yes.
I really love seeing her from like what she's at 10. Is she like 10 at that point when we start with her?
Like, according to the book, she's 11.
Okay, so she's like 11. I really like just seeing her grow up over time through the show, because I think at the end of the show, we're like, she's like 26.
I think she's like around like 24, 25.
So she's still young, but you get to see so much of her growing up and going through, like you said, a lot of turmoil and maybe some tragedy along the way, you know.
Yeah.
In the night, it's very realistic too. It's not like a fantasy.
She's
I mean, it's based on a book that is.
It's based on a classic. So. Yeah. And I love classic books. So.
Yeah, and they did a phenomenal job with this remake. So
so far.
I think you like books.
Yeah.
You should see her bookshelf. She likes books.
I do like books.
I can confirm that.
She likes them so much she writes them.
Yes. Mm-hmm. I have a box of books, so maybe a couple boxes of books is down in my parents' crawl space that I need to get out sometime.
Well, Anne Shirley is a great pick for your number 2. Love
Thank
it.
you.
And I think you've already heard my number 2, which was Freerin. So we'll just carry on to that, and we'll go back to Witchley.
No, wait.
Oh, sorry, Miggy.
I was going to say.
We're both Witchley and we're both Meagy.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
We're Weegie.
Weegie. Or Mitchley.
Either way, great names.
Amazing. Alright, well my number 2 is Delicious in Dungeon.
Hell yeah.
It's just so fucking cute and interesting. Such a fun, interesting little premise. Like I said when I was talking about my Meiruko-chan, when you just have like a general premise, a simple kind of like a sentence of an idea, and that's enough to make us go like, ooh, how interesting. You know?
Yeah.
As long as you keep up with the general quality, I love it. I love it. I love
think
just a
they do a
good,
good job.
simple, interesting idea. And just, what if we just ate the monsters in dungeons?
It makes me want to eat them.
Yeah, I mean, like, I try it. Especially if they're making it sound delicious.
Like the
dungeon.
name.
Yes, and it's so funny, and it's just very cute, and the characters are, like, very real, and I like their relationship with each other and everything. It's just very entertaining to me. Very good. I would absolutely watch it just when bored or sick or something. Absolutely.
This could totally be a comfort show.
Mm-hmm. But it has enough action that it's also still very, like, generally entertaining, too. So, it's just a very good mix.
Totally is. I want to eat so many of those foods in that anime.
One of the things I don't want to eat, though, is the mimic sandwich. Like, the gems out of the mimics, it seems too much like bugs to me.
I would try it, but I might actually be allergic to it.
I want the ghost sorbet. I love that ghost sorbet episode. Like them just making ice cream out of ghosts. I was like, oh my god, that's so clever. So cool.
Yes.
Like you get to see how they eat these things, and like how would you approach it? Like they literally deal with like you were saying with the mimic stuff, but like it was in the armor. Like they were like, let's eat the armor. and you realize it was these bugs kind of thing that's like controlling the armor. I was like, that's such a fascinating.
It ends up being like world building lore about like all of these different monsters because you have to be able to break them down to be edible, and so you learn more about them, which is part of what I love, which is also why I love our main knight guy, who is also so obsessed with monsters.
Laios.
Just, you know, like the fucking dog girl or whatever shows up, and he's like, at least tell me how many nipples she has, and he doesn't even mean it in a lewd way. He's just curious.
Yeah.
I want to know too, man.
Alright, simple curiosity. It's innocent.
Yes, I love his absolute innocent curiosity about monsters. Monsters are cool.
Doesn't he milk a minotaur?
Apparently tasty.
Didn't he milk a minotaur at some point? I forgot about that. I remember he goes to Chilchuck and he's like, I milked a minotaur. And the Chilchuck's like, great, don't tell me that. I don't need to know that. I don't need to know that.
So
funny. It's a very funny anime. Absolutely great.
Oh, I was going to say, you want to chime in, Witchley?
Okay, I was like, what do you want from me?
I was just wondering if you wanted to talk about it, because we love the show.
Anything else you guys want to say? Say it now.
I really love the mushroom thing, monster in there. I want to eat that.
That's it? That's all you have to say?
Oh, I love all the characters too. I think they have great chemistry. I love how you got the picky eater who ends up loving the food.
Yeah, like you have the elf that, is it Marlene? Marcel, sorry. I love that she's like, I'm not eating that. And then she eats it anyway. And she's like, this is so good.
Well, see, the thing is, she's like, I'm not eating that. And then it really looks and smells really good. So she has to taste it. And it is good.
Yeah.
I love our Marcel figure we have of her.
Yeah, she's in her kitchen. So
yeah, it's perfect.
Place for her.
Number 2. Good pick.
Now, it's to the number 1 pick. Starting with Witchley.
Oh my goodness. Well, if it's not obvious. The Apothecary Diaries is my all-time favorite anime. Not only from the art style, the setting, like, but just the world in general. I love how it's like the first season especially takes place in Lemire Palace, and there's so much shit going on there. And you wouldn't think these things would connect, but you're solving this mystery with Mama, who's really good at this shit. And detecting poisons.
And
But,
eating them,
right?
happily.
And, like, I love how all these mysteries that she's sort of helping solve, even if it was, like, well, just started by, oh shit, like, face powders killing these people, I gotta, like, warn them, but I don't want them finding out it's, like, just a lowly servant girl who actually knows how to read and write, into, like, elevating her own station by accident into a poison taster for one of the consorts. It's, like, amazing. But what I was getting into is that the mysteries in the show that she tackles are so great. And at first, you don't see any connection between any of them. And then by the end, they all seem to connect to this bigger plot. And I love it.
Yeah, I love when like small individual stories connect in a bigger story.
Yes.
And yeah, there's something very Sherlock Holmes about Apothecary Diary, honestly.
There is. It's like old Chinese Sherlock Holmes in a woman.
In a woman.
And yeah, and she is a girl. She's still weird, just like
Yes.
Sherlock Holmes has always been.
Exactly. She has her quirks.
Excellent pick. Well, my number one, and I've written a lot down for this one, so you guys are gonna have to sit down for a minute. My number one is Gurren Lagann.
What? No way.
This was my
Never.
first show that got me into anime.
Nice.
Into the mech genre too. I didn't think I would love this so much, but this showed so much action, so much growth in a person like Simone in Gurren Lagann. I really like it. I've said this many times, but part of what makes Gurren Lagann so magical is how it essentially portrays a child who grows up to an adult who then proceeds to surpass himself even further. It's a show where every other character, in my opinion, plays second fiddle to Simone. In my opinion, that's okay in Gurren Lagann's case because it just shows which was designed to be from the start. It's Simone's story.
Yeah.
It's his story. It's a story which first emphasizes how a person must find his sense of self and stop clinging on to what he wants to be, but rather he should embrace and become the best version of himself. A lot of times, the most iconic line in the show is, "Believe in the me that believes in you."
Yeah.
It's such a great line. That still gets me to this day. Oh,
Aw.
and the show also obviously does a great job at hammering home the point of focusing on your goal. A goal is what makes us able to act. It gives us reason to live. Self-doubt and thinking of all the things that could go wrong causes inaction and traps ourselves in a maze because we're continuously are afraid to step out of that said maze. And that's what Simone goes through. Being able to believe completely in yourself and being able to and being unmoving in terms of fulfilling that goal are, in my opinion, the most important things in any person's life. And Gurren Lagann showcases that perfectly. It's just in the mech scene, the mech fights. I just want to get into the mech fights. The mech fights are just brilliant in terms of like just the action. This is before Studio Trigger became Studio Trigger. This was Gainax. Gainax made Evangelion. They took a chance with Gurren Lagann, and I love the world of like humans living in like basically in vaults, and this world above them is these monsters, these beast-like folk, and you get to see it's even further than that, past that point, and why was it like that to begin with, and there's just like an interesting story there, but like it's Simone's journey that really touched me from the beginning of his story, being in underground and rising up with his drill. I have a fucking tattoo of a drill of him just drilling into the heavens, piercing the heavens. it's a show that's really just reached me, and I really love anime for what it can do past this point. Like, this is why I love Studio Trigger. You know, like, they've made Kill la Kill, they made Delicious in Dungeon. It's in Migi's #2. I mean, it's just that they make such great shit.
They make good shit.
And this is I fell in love with anime because of this show.
Aww.
So it's why it's my
the
number
drill
one.
pierced your heart.
It literally did. So
Aw.
I don't know if you guys have anything to say about it. I know Witchley, you've seen it, but probably don't remember
I mean,
it.
I have seen it. I just have shit memory, my dude.
I've seen it, and there is a fair bit I no longer remember about the show because it's been so long. But I do remember, like, yes, I loved the quote, like, "Believe in the me that believes in you," even though it's like it comes across at first as a bit cocky, being like, "Yes, believe in me," but then it, like, yeah, it has a sweeter message to it.
Well, there was another thing I really
Because
added.
it's like, one more thing before you.
Yeah, no worries.
I'm still talking about the quote. But it's like, if you can't believe in yourself, believe in the me that believes in you. And I love that message.
Exactly.
Well,
Yeah, it's like, look past your own self-doubt. I believe in you.
Yeah.
and that quote really changed my life for the better in a huge way, because it reinforced me that I must learn how to have a strong sense and a self always, and be unwavering in the face of my goals. You know, like, I learned that from an anime.
Aww.
The show's messages are
What a
incredibly.
weeb.
Yeah. I think at the end of the day, what I love about the show is that it inspires us to grow, and that's one of the best things that a show can be, to inspire. Just because we are adults now doesn't mean we are mentally perfect. You know, there's something that all of us can do further to further drill forward and become better than we were yesterday. So I don't know. I think about that show all the time, and how I could be better, you know, and it's strived me to be better. So yeah, it's number one. It's number one.
Good choice.
Now, Migi, Migi, what is your number one? And I'm really interested to see why. I really want to hear this.
The number one on my list is Dan. And like I said, this was based off of, like, the personal entertainment and enjoyment I get out of watching these things. So Dan is number one because it's just got so much going on. You know, it's got a really great female lead. It's got a really great male lead. It's got these side characters that you love or that you kind of fucking hate. You know, it's got all the cool, interesting stories and shit that's always happening. And you get cool monsters that are either, like, spiritual shit or alien shit. So it's got, like, the mystical and the sci-fi going. And it's got lots of good humor and lots of good action and a fucking banging intro. And yeah, it's just good. And it kind of makes me think of me and my husband sometimes.
Aww. That makes it a little extra special.
Exactly. Those two main characters are so fucking cute, and they just need to get together already. Goddamn.
Right? I do like their accidental kiss that they had when they were all like, "Oh, I want to hang out with this person. Oh, lunchtime is over." Clack.
I can't find them again. The clack.
It looked painful, didn't it?
It did. Love that shit so much.
Yes. Oh, I love
Perfect.
that series. That's a good choice for a number one. I do appreciate.
Yeah, I mean, I love the strong girl character that's, like, cool and still kind of girly in her own way, but also tomboyish and just really competent and, like, relatable and shit. And then I love the shy nerd that you totally could push around, but you could be nice to, you know?
Yeah.
And then he also has the secretly turns into, like, badass kind of sexy depressed monster dude, so he's got literally both sides going for him, you know?
Yeah, he
So
does.
just, like, I love this so much.
Yeah, it's so great. And I do like the whole sci-fi meets, like, the spiritual shit in this show.
Oh yeah.
That's
And then
such
the,
a
like,
good combo.
really dynamic art style. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Crazy
coloring.
poses.
The coloring is
Cool
really cool. The
colors.
lighting.
Yeah. The uncensored nature of it all too. You know? It's just
Yeah.
like, yeah, we're just good. Everything. It's all out there.
It's fun.
And all of
Very
the
fun.
and not just the main characters. I really love the supporting characters that come in later. I mean, you haven't even met.
Yeah.
I mean, me and Witchley have watched or read all of it up to this point, and there are so many characters that you haven't even met yet that are so
it's
pivotal
great.
to the story and also important. To, they just become part of the game, and it's just awesome. Like, I mean, you're already seeing that with season 2 of it, especially by the end. You know, you got Gigi that came in at the end of season 1 and kind of, you know, became part of the group at that point, and then you kind of starting to see, you know, acrobatic Silky's girl in season 1 as
Ira.
well. And I'm sorry,
She's
Ira,
Ira.
Yeah.
and then
She's the one I hate. I don't like her.
You might grow to love her. Who knows?
I think you might. But then yeah, there's a
Her
bunch of
power
other
is
people.
cool.
Her power is cool.
And there's more people that they've teased at the end of season 2 that I'm like so excited to finally see their story and everything. So like they all have stories to tell
I
and
mean,
what they're
yeah,
like.
I'm looking forward to it. The characters are really well written. They all have their own like personalities, and they're like, so many of them have like such good sass, and I fucking love it.
They do.
All right, well,
Just top quality entertainment. Therefore, number 1.
Hells yeah.
well, that is it for our list. That was quite a
Yeah.
list.
Quite a list. It took us quite a while to talk through it.
Yeah.
But this was a special episode. This was our anniversary. We've made it a year.
We done did
So
it.
congratulations to all 3 of us.
Yay!
If you guys want to chime in on our list, let us know down below. Or even tell us your lists. We would love to hear them.
Yeah.
And don't forget, of course, that you can find us on YouTube, Spotify, and even some cool merch on Redbubble.
If you've got any questions, comments, concerns, or thoughts for us, you can reach us at weebesimpinpodcast@gmail.com.
And that's a podcast.
So as we always say,
Ja, mate.